So, fading in the music. The sweary man, as someone in the chat likes to call him.
We're setting fire to our insides for fun, collecting names of the lovers that went wrong, the lovers that went wrong. We are the reckless, we are the wild youth, creating visions of our future truth. And one of us will die before he gets there. And if you're still bleeding, you're the lucky ones. 'Cause most of us, our feelings, they are dead and they are gone. We're setting fire to our insides for fun, collecting names of the lovers that went wrong, the lovers that went wrong. And you caused it. You caused it. You caused it. I was scared of dentists in the dark. I was scared of pretty girls and starting conversations. I like my friend and turning green. You're the magician's assistant in their dreams. Oh, when they come unstuck, lady running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left arm. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. There's this movie that I think you'll like. This guy decides to quit his job and it's for New York City. This cowboy is running from himself, and she's been living on the higher shelf.
Well, hey there, everyone. It's Kristi. You kind of heard me accidentally going off mic earlier in the show. Kevin was like, fuck it, we'll just go live. And I was like, no, oops. But speaking of Kevin, here's my co-host, Kevin. Hello, Kevin. How are you?
Hello. How are you, Kristi?
Yeah, I feel like, you always do the better introductions, and I'm just like, here's Kev. No, like you've got a whole lingerie section of sexy things to say, and I've just got boxer shorts.
Well, occasionally, but sometimes I just open up with "Hello, dickheads" or something. So
that's true.
I like to mix it up. I like to keep them guessing.
I'm so busy thinking about running the show, I'm too busy to think about opening it. But whatever works. So
fair enough.
Yep.
Anyway,
hello, Lindsay. Yeah. Oh, as I was saying to you off air, today I actually had something that approximated the closest thing I had to a normal day in the office since I've been on home office mid-March, I'd call it. In that I was stuck in I had to take 3 meetings today, and but all those meetings prevented me from what I wanted to do and was actually having a good time doing, which is writing. And if anyone knows so allegedly there's this thing called a runner's high, when you get a bit of an endorphin rush from exercising. It's a concept I don't understand, but apparently I agree.
Load of shit.
Well, there are times that I get a writer's high, and that is when I know exactly what I want to say, and it's really easy for me to just start typing out the explanation.
Is a runner's high similar to oxygen deprivation?
No.
Is it lightheadedness based on the fact that you
think it's some sort of
breathe?
self-gratification exercise more than anything.
Oh, like an asphyxie wank?
Yes. Yes.
I've heard, apparently. I don't know.
So, yeah, I wanted to. I wrote until I was like, I just couldn't, and that was about going on 6 o'clock tonight. I just save it for tomorrow, like a box of chocolates. Yeah, hopefully it'll taste as good. Anyway, that was my day. How was your day? You said you did video production stuff, and
I did. I did. I did my history thing. I was very productive. I got about 5 minutes of it done, which sounds like nothing, but trust me, this is intense shiz to put together. So, no, it's like it's a lot of hard
it's
work.
just the
It's looking
shiz.
through.
No, the intense shiz is what I'm laughing.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
That was it.
Yeah. Having to look up old fucking cricket scoreboards and stuff. Like, it's really, really strange. Anyway, so yeah, but I've been doing that.
Yeah.
And I found out today I look at least marginally better than a dog's anus. So good.
Which is, yes, what's facing everybody as we open the show. Hello, dog butt.
And I found out yesterday I look quite a lot like Jerry Rafferty's bassist circa 1979. So that's a
Okay.
thing I learned. I mean, no one cares. It's a thing. So
Are you going to get some 70s clothes out and just take some pictures to use as stock footage for different things just because why not? Now's the moment.
I wish I could say yes to that, but no, I just look slightly weird and out of date. So
Okay.
although he did have a good beard. That's the thing I'm taking away from the situation is we both had good beards. Well, he had. I presume he's dead. I have.
Well, he could still be alive. It was 70s. It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, but he was like, he must have been in his 40s then or something. So like it's possible.
Outside chance, yeah.
But I don't even know his name, so I'm not even Google because I'd have to Google Jerry Rafferty, find out who his bass player was.
Not worth it. So not worth it.
Yeah, I don't care. Look, I hope he's still alive. I hope he's living a fruitful and happy life, but I don't really give
Otherwise,
a fuck.
rest in peace. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
So, welcome to the Escape from the Real World. We're here to talk about just complete nonsense. And
we're escaping actual death by talking about possible metaphysical death. So, yeah.
Deep, man. So should we move from that to dog butt?
That's deep as well. Hey!
All right. So, as you know, my bookmarks, I try to keep them coronavirus free, not in terms of infection, just in terms of news, because we all know what's facing us when we get out of the happy hour. This is our bubble. Try to get away from it as much as possible. But yeah, I saw this and it seemed perfect. Hopefully, there's. Oh God, where is that sound coming from? Did you hear that as well?
Yeah.
That was terrible. Okay, I don't want to listen to that. We're just going to look at the text and look at the pictures. Basically, if you've ever had I had a dog for a while, a little West Highland Terrier, and she lived with me in the UK. And as Kevin knows, people in America probably don't understand this, but cats are just allowed to sort of walk around like cows do in India. In the UK, lots of people just let their cats out. And there was a really big...
Why is that not a thing in America?
Because we have feline leukemia.
Oh, what the fuck?
So it spreads from cat to cat if you just let them, you know.
Well, sort that needs sorting out.
Well,
why is that a thing in America? Fuck's sake.
Getting back to my story, there was a large orange tabby that was in the neighborhood when I had Bella, and Bella would love to, of course, to sit out look out the front window because she was a dog and my house was boring, and the cat would just sit there across the street from her and just watch her freak out at it. And Bella would, sort of yip and jump up and down and get all excited and wag her tail and want to go outside and beg me to let her go outside. And sometimes because the cat pissed me off, I would put her on a lead and I would open the door and Bella would go, scraping across the road.
Because the cat pissed you off? What the fuck did the cat do?
Well, the cat was winding up the dog and the dog was winding me up. And there was only one way to get rid of the cat. So I just let the dog out at her.
Was to scare the shit out of a cat.
Oh, she had a total head start and the door was open. I had the dog on a lead. It was fine.
I don't know. That feels like emotional abuse of that cat.
Actually, they knew each other because when they went on walks, at some point, I remember the cat was sat there. Bella jumped up. The cat stood its ground, and Bella just wanted to smell its butt. And they tolerated each other. Oh, obviously, Bella was like, "Play with me," and the cat's like, "Fuck off." So
my dad's cats and dogs. When he takes his dog out for a walk in the evenings, the cats follow him. When he told me this, I didn't believe. I was like, "No, that's a load of old shit. Shut up." like the fucking Pied Piper of cats. What are you talking about? But he really, they do.
You need to get that on video. That would go
Yeah,
viral.
the cats follow him around as well. But then if he has to go like to the shop across the road, they'll wait, and then when they come back, he'll follow him back to the house. And he's like fucking Dr. Doolittle or something. It's ridiculous.
They just know he's going for chicken.
I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but he's got the stupidest dog. So funny though. Oh my god.
Yeah. Dogs are redeeming sometimes because they're so dumb. You're like, how can you be this dumb? You're like, oh, it's kind of cute sometimes. All right.
So anyway, we need to do a benefit to stop feline leukemia in America. What the fuck's going on there?
Yeah. This groundhog just munching on a piece of pizza for over an hour.
Does this mean there's 6 more weeks of pizza?
Yes, it does, I think.
Yeah. Okay. That's the only thing I know about groundhogs. Is the Punxsutawney cockhead.
Yep, yeah, Punxsutawney Phil. That groundhog, he don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, put a camera on me, bitch. Put me up on the internet. I'm famous. Now I'm famous eating a pizza. You thought Pizza Rat was a thing. I'm a goddamn thing.
Is that a rodent as well? It looks rodent-y.
It's a groundhog. I don't know. Are groundhogs massive rodents? I don't know what classification.
That's what I was asking. They're an American animal, so
I have to know all the fauna and flora of America in terms of their
Yes,
genus?
I know all of the British ones. We've got pigeon and fox. That is it.
What about what do they call those little small mice things?
Small mice things.
Like
vole?
Voles. Yes. Is that a mouse or is it a rat?
No, they're just here on holiday.
Well, he's on holiday too. He's down from New York.
Well, it's still America.
I love this groundhog. Just no fucks left to give.
It doesn't give a shit. And not just that, but it's so cocky because it's like, I mean, those dogs, if she opens that fucking window, you could be a gunner, mate. And it's like, I don't give a fuck. Look at me. Yeah. Look at my tiny paws.
Look at my big fuck off teeth.
Yeah. Eyes of a crow.
So Orion in the chat says, I had a cat as a kid that would sit just outside the fence of a furious Doberman who would pound himself against a fence trying to get him, and the cat would just sit there. Yeah, that's the kind of arrogant cat stuff they pull. Dicks. They are dicks. Yeah, which is why I didn't have any. Yeah, when Bella went out, she was on a lead. She was never going to get the cat. Groundhogs are rodents, according to Rory Cats in the chat.
Oh, fuck you, Rory. You don't know shit.
So there we go.
It's not actually Rory Cats. It's a human being pretending to be Rory Cats.
That's our chat. All right.
But it looks rodent-y. It's got the teeth and the little hands and that.
But that's a great picture. And I love it.
That is.
Yeah, that groundhog just don't give a fuck. No, zero. That's my spirit animal. Right. Yeah, Trump's approval rating is now the lowest. It's tied for the lowest it's been in Gallup, which is when he has 43 approval and 54% disapproval. So his approval is down 6, and his disapproval is up 9 in 5 months.
That's good, but it's a shame that it took lots of deaths for that to happen.
Yeah.
The same is sort of true here, although it's slightly different in much as Boris Johnson has been ill, so he's getting a lot of sympathy, which is pretty shit. Or at least, his government is getting a lot of leeway, which it shouldn't be getting because he's been ill. Anyway, but once people start dying, people are not going to be happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
The problem here is, and I flagged this up the first time I think we ever talked about this, or the lockdown bit of it anyway, was that they were only counting hospital deaths.
Mm-hmm.
And there's now been some studies done that suggest that the number of deaths in elderly care homes is astronomical.
Mm-hmm.
And people are starting to get wind of that, and they're not fucking happy.
Yep. Yeah. So similar, they just had a location where they discovered many dead people at a nursing home facility in the States. So, and they're also now, I think in New York City, there was reporting probable COVID case deaths not just confirmed, because due to a lack of testing, some people died without ever having been administered a test, but they had all of the symptoms and conditions that were coronavirus-like. So, yeah, the data will change as time goes on and people find out how to report this.
Yeah, true. But look, his tiny little hands.
He's still up there. They're still up there.
Yeah.
Tiny little hands. All right. So this is a joke apparently circulating in Germany.
Right.
What borders on stupidity?
Don't know.
Canada and Mexico.
Hey, that's good. I mean, that would work for a long time, though. I mean, you elected fucking Ronald Reagan. So, I mean...
Yeah. That's might be an old joke, you're right. By the way, we're talking about rodents and their appearance in people's lives. There was a rat that shows up at the bottom left of the screen. I might have to make this bigger. Whoa, holy, that's totally big. All right. Right there. There it is. It's crawling along near the White House, just on the map.
That's fair enough. Look,
yeah, but normally during the middle of the day they wouldn't be out like that.
Look, Kellyanne Conway's got to make it to work somehow.
She's walking for her health.
Exactly. Well, yeah. I mean, Washington's built on a swamp next to a river. Yeah, there's going to be rats. Yeah.
I just want to keep this on the groundhog face all night. I love where I stopped it. Just.
Yeah, look, he's piercing eyes staring into your soul.
He really is. Just the
saying,
confidence
I fucking
of him.
own your species, motherfucker. Look at me. Look into my fucking eyes.
More pizza.
I am pizza. I am Pizza Phil. Okay? They're all called Phil. Every one of them. Weird.
Yeah, you might know my cousin, Puxtawny Phil. I'm Pizza Phil.
Exactly.
From Jersey. No, it was Pennsylvania, wasn't it?
It was. Or is.
Mm-hmm.
I presume it hasn't moved.
Oh, gosh. All right. So, yeah, when I talked to Highly Critical about digital blackface, where white racist assholes just put a picture of a black person on their account and then try to tweet as a black person, yeah, this Danny Ray Walker writes, "Dude forgot to switch accounts before pretending to be a minority that supports him." And he wrote, "As a black man, I think..."
I love it.
Yeah. "As a black man, I think Charlie Kirk is great," and I responded to himself.
Haha, thank you. I bet all the liberals will speak over you and call you racist. You're truly great. Reminds me of when Stefan Molyneux forgot to change accounts and left a message. As
a woman.
Yeah, it was an attractive young woman.
Yeah.
Under his one of his YouTube videos. Brilliant.
Yes.
I remember I read it out and went through it. It was fun. Years ago now.
Yeah, we must. This is just in the end of March. I don't know how we missed this, but this is definitely happy hour material right here. So yeah, I'll save that picture forever.
Yeah.
Just to throw it back in his face.
In his tiny little face.
His tiny, weird looking face. Yes. Yes. Daniela here writes, "The Venn diagram of people protesting shelter-in-place orders because they don't, quote, like the government telling them what to do, and people who think the government should tell pregnant people who want abortions what to do with their bodies is one giant fucking circle."
Yep.
Yep. Or at least 99%.
The Nazis protesting, shutting down roads in some shithole town in the middle of nowhere. I thought they were all for like running people down like that, literally in cars, like.
Oh, I see what you did there. Turned it around. Oh, yeah. So in South Dakota, where they don't have like a statewide stay-at-home order, they found 400 cases of coronavirus positive people at a meatpacking plant.
Whoa. There are 400 people in South Dakota.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I think it's called Sheffield's or something like that. This company... meatpacking has had to shut down because they had so many people test positive coronavirus in their factory.
That's the South Dakota economy. Fuck them.
Mm-hmm.
So that was another joke about not a lot of people there. I did.
Sorry.
Never mind.
Sorry, I was reading the next one, the next tweet to see if it was funny or not. No, it's just factual. It's just interesting. The largest study to date on the partisan effects of voting by mail confirms prior research that actually neither Republicans or Democrats gain an edge. So there's no reason not to institute it. It's fair to everybody.
Oh yeah, did you see the Biden pledge thing that came out this week? His list of like policies or whatever.
No.
No. Okay, I'll try and
Did you
drag
see
that
him?
up then, because it's quite interesting. He's 22. I mean, they're quite broad, as you might imagine. There's
Well,
not
I mean,
about
again, he can't
detailed
write
policies
legislation.
just yet.
Yeah, he can't write legislation. He's not going to be in the legislative branch, so he can make
Well, not just that, but
suggestions.
he can't even the things he can do in terms of like executive order and all that sort of shit. It's too far out from the election to bother with all that, and you don't know how this COVID thing's going to fuck things up. So
yeah,
keep it vague for now.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Oh, happily, because Ian Miles Chung blocked me, but Sophane had done.
When did this happen? What?
Ages ago.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know exactly when, but
Kristi, you've got so many haters; they all blend into one.
Yes. Faceless assholes.
Assless faceholes.
That too. Yeah. Ian Miles Chung, would anyone else be sort of okay if Trump dissolved Congress and made himself dictator? See, now they're saying the quiet part out loud. Oh, it's just a joke,
yeah,
man.
That's the mask very much off there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is, I mean, I've known they've wanted that all along. These are fascist garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And again, not your average Republican who I may have disagreements with, but isn't like an evil prick.
Actually willing to throw away the Constitution just to keep power.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because that's all it is.
Yeah.
That when your entire thing is built around my side wins and I get to own the libs, this is where you end up.
Mm-hmm.
This is exactly where you end up. This is the natural end point for that is dictatorship.
Yeah, it's a nihilistic.
Now, thankfully, they're a small enough percentage of his overall supporter base, or the GOP supporter base, that hopefully it doesn't come to that. But 4 more years of it, you never know. Although he's old enough that he'll die, but whatever.
Well, we don't know. All right. Xander Levine sent the video of the goats running around a Welsh town that we talked about last time.
Yeah, Llandudno. It's North Wales. It's a nice little place. Although I will have to just quibble with its description of it being a village. It's a bit bigger than a village. It's a proper town.
Oh, is it? It's a proper town? And what requires it to be a proper town? Is it just population?
Yeah, or just general size. Like you go to a place, you think, oh, this is a little village. That's a town. That's a proper town.
Okay. Yeah, I guess
Anyway.
Wivenhoe is a village in that it had basically like 2 roads that had all the businesses on it, and that was it.
Yeah, that's a village.
Whereas you've got
this is a proper place.
Yeah, we had no roundabouts at the bottom of like that's how small Wivenhoe was. It had no roundabouts. I kind of like the idea of them coming down and eating the hedges, though.
Yeah, the goats. Yeah, because there's what's called the Great Ormes, which is basically the town is built around a beach, which is like in a cove, a natural cove type shape, and on either side there's these 2 big mountainous outcrops. When I say big by British standards, and the goats live there, and they're generally kept up there by human activity, keeping them away from the town. But because everyone's indoors, the goats have just taken over the town, which is nice.
But I think it's a nice service.
I for one welcome our hooven overlords.
I like the way that they're kind of keeping the bushes trimmed. I think that's it's like a very communal thing to do.
I've said that to many ago.
So there we go. Yeah, goats on parade. Just
strolling through the car park there. Nice.
Did you get that musical reference there?
Yeah, bulls on parade.
Yeah. You just walked all over it, so I wasn't sure if you got it. So.
Well, fuck you. I won't tell me, Krista.
Nice.
And then go,
hey, this is cool. Michael Che is paying 1 month's rent for like 160 apartments in New York City.
Okay, you're going to have to... Look, I was such an old person. Who is this Michael Che?
We watched some of his comedy and you didn't find it that funny. Remember when we tried to do the Netflix party?
Oh, Hannibal something or
Oh,
other.
no, that's right. We watched Hannibal. We didn't watch Michael Che. I looked at Michael Che's video because he does Saturday Night
Oh,
Live.
sorry.
He's the anchor on Saturday Night Live with the white guy.
Oh, yes. Okay, I'm with you.
I don't
Good.
know the name of the white guy. For once, I know the name of the,
Dave.
like yes,
His
I know
name's
exactly
Dave.
who the black person is, and like that one white guy.
Yeah. Well, all those white people look the same. I don't know how they tell each other apart.
I think it's like
They're very much like groundhogs.
their little hands, their big teeth.
Vermin.
You know what?
No, I'm only
No.
joking. I'm joking.
This I saw this quote from Frankie Boyle. It seems there are some drawbacks to electing people who are fundamentally indifferent to human life.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm. Have you checked out this guy before? Did we ever play him on the show?
Dwayne Smith.
No, Brent Terhune.
I don't know.
I think we did watch him once because we were looking at his background or something.
Again, all of these MAGA twats look the same to me.
Okay, well, he's not actually.
I mean, all I can say is he's not the MAGA challenge rap guy who looked like Willie Nelson taking shit.
Little Trump.
He's definitely not that one. I can differentiate between him and that dude.
Little
and
Trump.
That's about
What's
it.
his name?
Eh?
Was it Little Trump? Was that his rap name?
No, wasn't that the what was the my? No, what was the line that?
Oh, about climate change can suck my dick or something?
Oh no, my dick is like climate change.
Yeah, but why?
Well, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't say. So people kept coming up with funny ones about, was it my dick is like climate change?
Oh,
white
yeah.
women don't think it exists.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. Yes. Okay, well, he's not actually like an actual MAGA. He's more of a spoof. He's more of a,
Oh, okay. I'm with you.
All right. So let's just give him a little listen. I'm going to.
It's difficult to spoof Trump supporters. They're that mental.
Well,
Like a spoof you could do would be something like, is there anyone who thinks that maybe Trump should suspend the Constitution and just become dictator?
yeah. Like
But
Eels
that wouldn't be a
Trump.
spoof.
No.
That would just be an echo.
Do you see the picture of Trump behind him?
I do, and it's difficult to spoof because I've seen shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Legit, like people
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
They seem to love to put him on tanks.
And they give him a
On the
six
outside of
pack.
that, would you think that's fun? But I mean, he could have done that real, couldn't he? But he didn't
Yeah.
because he had the bone spurs.
All right. Let me hit play on this.
So
Oh, okay. Sorry, there's a little delay in the audio and the video.
I've seen on Fox News everybody's sitting around waiting on their stimulus check, and I got some good news because I got fully stimulated today. I'm rich, and I'm going to be poor no matter how much money I make, but for today, I'm rich. You can't tell me nothing when I got these Donnie dollars, when I got these Trump bucks, because I got the spot right on the wall right here. I'm going to get the check framed as soon as I get it back from the check cashing place. Because I don't know if you knew this, but Mr. Trump, he hand-signed every one of these checks. My president and still your president. I know it hurts you to say that. It makes me feel good. He hand-signed every one of these checks. And you know how they had to look like them big novelty checks because his hands are so small, but I digest. This is for all you Democrats. Let me say something to you because you're all
Yep. Yeah.
All good.
He's good.
messaging me. Why don't you give the money back if you don't like socialism? But I don't even know what that is. That's just a buzzword I throw around because I heard it on Fox News and memes. As far as I'm concerned, you can take your socialism and stick it up Bernie Sanders' ass because I'm a Trump guy right here. He provided for me and my family. And let me show you what he gave me and my family during these tough times right here. Look at this. You see that? That's 70 inches right there. Nothing but Donald J. Brenda, I told you to keep the baby down. Now, I'm trying to cut a tape in here. I
He's
know
got
we're
toilet
low on
paper?
formula. I told you we can't afford it right now.
He's got toilet paper rolls underneath there.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a
But
nice
this
touch.
is 70 inches of Donald J. Trump, 4K. You can see all the spray tan molecules and all the hairspray molecules. I think he's got a little Adderall powder right there on his nose. And this is all because of Mr. Trump. He provided for me and my family. Sure, he downplayed this thing from the start, and that's probably why we all had to stay indoors and not be able to work. But without him, I wouldn't have been able to afford this TV. And I got it all planned out. I'm watching Tiger King again. I'm watching WWE, some essential workers. And of course, I'm tuning in daily to the gaslighting conferences. So today, I'm raising.
Do you know that in Florida, DeSantis listed wrestling as essential workers?
Yeah, I mean, Vince McMahon, the owner of the WWE, or co-owner, whatever, basically bribed Trump into getting them designated as essential. And I can think of little less essential in the world than wrestling. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm nothing against it. Yeah. Just saying it's not remotely essential at all. It would be the first thing that you could get rid of, and it wouldn't really affect anything. And then, of course, Vince McMahon gets put on Donald Trump's reopen the economy bit, which is ridiculous because Vince McMahon just had to shut down the XFL because it was, again, a complete fucking economic flop. This man's not a good businessman.
No.
Fundamentally.
No. And, yeah, movie theaters can't open, but wrestling. Anyway. Yeah. Okay, just a little bit more of this guy. Again, Brent Terhune or Terhune. I'm not sure. He's absolutely hilarious. You should be following him on Twitter.
The emotional support beer to you, Mr. Trump, for coming through and providing for fellow Americans even when they're ungrateful about it. So, as always, Brenda, I told you to keep the baby quiet. Now, I'm trying to
So if you go to his, he does all kinds of these little 2-minute videos, all kinds of them. So yeah, there's a lot here to be entertained by. Stay home order is bullshit. Yeah, Trump check we just watched. So yeah, all kinds of good stuff he does. Follow him now.
Don't you just hate white people with ginger beards?
Self-referential. Okay. Oh, yeah, this was a quote from the press conference Trump gave yesterday. I'm sure people are very happy to get a big, fat, beautiful check with my name on it.
That's why he wanted the name on it. It's like they had to be delayed so he could have his name on it. Mm-hmm. What a dumbass.
Yep. Terhune? I don't know, but he's damn funny, whatever his name is. This is also just a geeky methodological thing, but I thought it was worth pointing out because, in between the dick jokes, we like to actually educate people sometimes and give them correct facts and things.
Speak for your fucking self.
But this is a methodological thing in terms of how they count and track and sometimes effects that can, on a day-to-day basis, you don't notice. So Nate Silver says, talking about the numbers of deaths, it looks like this week is likely to bring a new peak in deaths rather than Tuesday being a one-day anomaly. Each day has continued to be a higher death count than the same day 1 week earlier, which is a good way to avoid day of the week effects. So sometimes reporting, for instance, they might delay it and do it a certain time of day and then it doesn't get caught to someone else and whatever else. It might be just reporting or other ways of counting and reporting that are consistent week on week. So you can actually compare days of the week going back in the past as a way to kind of control for that effect. I know it's a totally geeky thing, but I thought it was...
all of a sudden the prospect of death doesn't seem so bad.
Oh, thanks.
No, joking. What was I going to say though? Oh fuck! I did have a point to make, and no, it's gone.
All right. Well, let's just go down and look at some dumb white people. Yeah. Susan Demas writes, I guess it's a Republican protest, but what does the Confederate flag have to do with a stay-at-home order?
Don't tread on my house, darling.
Something like that. Oh, yeah. I take it, of course, you have seen this. Kellyanne Conway.
Oh, yeah,
Down flights from China that was criticized.
Yeah, we can just look at the quote. We don't actually have to listen to her, please. So you want?
She said that it was COVID-19 that we should be used to it by now or some shit, as if it's been around 19 times, rather than it was discovered in 2019.
Yeah.
Idiot. Fucking idiot.
Like the below averageness of IQ on that screen right now. It's just
Yeah, I mean there are more neckties than fucking brain cells
yeah,
in that picture.
pretty much. Speaking of
And
no
I love
brain
it on
cells,
Fox News. Even I mean they've got obviously all 4 white people. But I love the fact that even the 2 women have to be blonde.
blondes, yes,
Yeah,
and one of the guys blonde as well. It's so
Yeah.
Aryan.
it is. It is.
Yep. So the Kentucky GOP overrode the governor's veto and made government ID a requirement to vote. The problem is the offices that issue those ID are closed because of the pandemic.
What a surprise!
Mm-hmm. It's just an all-out assault on democracy by Republicans at this point. They're not even trying to hide it.
Whenever I see Mitch McConnell, I think I'd like to swat him with a massive, massive fly swat.
Yeah,
Something about him. I think he'd squish quite satisfyingly.
that's one of the weapons that comes to mind.
Giant green dildo.
He doesn't deserve the giant green dildo.
It depends how giant.
Trump baby giant? What?
No, I'm talking like so big it splits you into. Never mind.
Right. Yeah. So, yes, Mike, thanks for this one.
What? I didn't get this. What's the left image of? What have
That's
I
the
missed?
protest in that we just looked at from
it?
inside, I think,
Oh,
like the
okay,
doors of the
right.
Capitol.
I was thinking maybe that was like a train or something. I couldn't work out what the fuck was going on.
No, again, here's some person walking. It looks like a hallway. You see this guy person
Oh,
who's
okay.
walking
All
right.
right. Well, I didn't zoom
Oh, it's like
in.
like
It
an
looked
office. So there's one person standing around.
All right. I
It's
didn't
like
zoom in. I just saw the big
Okay,
windows.
no,
And
yeah.
I thought it looked like a weird train or something.
That's okay.
but-
I just went all forensic files here. I'm like, oh, look at you can see the
Oh,
reflection of
let's
this
zoom
guy.
in. Let's zoom in. That man's got no
Enhance.
balls.
Enhance.
No.
But yeah, the protesters look a little bit like Shaun of the Dead.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
And look at that one. He's got red on him.
Yes. Yeah. I'm in his hat.
Yeah. That's
Right.
that's a quality reference to the film Shaun of the Dead. If you haven't seen that, the fuck is wrong with you? Go and see that.
Oh, that's an amazing film. Yeah, you have to see that. I think Hot Fuzz is better, but it's definitely part of the trilogy. So.
Oh no, I think Shaun of the Dead's better. But that
No.
might be just because I grew up with it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the reason I like Hot Fuzz better is there's actually like a character arc inside the movie. Whereas in the first and the third films, Simon Pegg's character really doesn't change. He stays the same. He just like you see a different side of him, but he doesn't
That's not
fundamentally
true.
change as a person.
He gives up smoking, Kristi.
Whereas Nicholas Angel actually goes on an emotional journey with his partner and ends up someplace else. He ends up happier than he was in London because he finds himself.
And
Fine.
Stephen Merchant's in that film.
Yes, he is. Mr. Peter Ian
Staker.
Staker.
Oh, P.I. Staker. Piss
Piss
taker.
taker.
And then he cuts to, oh, so when did you last see the swan, Mr. Staker?
So good. So good. Well, you remember when we were talking last time about the Supreme Court seat that was up in Wisconsin?
I don't.
Okay, well, there was one. And it
Okay.
was won by the candidate backed by progressives and Democrats. Oh, yay, because the Republican had been appointed by Scott Walker. Boo. And the daughter of the candidate, so Miss Karofsky. Yeah. Daphne, her daughter.
You're not doing well with the Eastern European names tonight.
No, I don't have a lot of confidence in producing and in pronouncing foreign names just generally.
Which is odd, because being from there, you should be more aware of those kinds of odd names. There are lots of Germanic peoples in the Midwest, are there not?
Yeah, but there's only so many names that go around, and I got to know them all, like Gledowski and all
All
those
right,
kinds
Miss
of names.
Vinters.
Yes. Anyway, she tweeted out this quoting Donald Trump about getting out and voting for the Republican, and she said, "This just makes a little bit sweeter that my mom won. Makes it a little bit sweeter that my mom won. That Donald Trump tried to stop her mom." And she's like, "Fuck you, Donald." So I was happy that she was happy for her mom.
Also, I know he didn't write that tweet because that is actually correctly punctuated. Even if the now, for some reason, is capitalized, that works as a sentence. So he didn't write it.
Probably not. You're right. There's a comma.
Wisconsin, comma, get out and vote now for Justice Dan Kelly.
You're right.
Protect the Second Amendment. exclamation point,
Yeah,
which I would say stylistically is unnecessary, but is not incorrect.
well, you're right. I think it's too well written for it to have been Trump. It's probably one of
Yeah,
his
that
staff
looks like
people.
an adult wrote it
Yes.
rather than a fucking 6-year-old. A 6-year-old having an E-rush.
As an e-cigarette rush?
No, like the E-numbers.
E-numbers.
You know, is that not what do they call them in America? The kind of sugary shit they put in like kids' foods and they go mental.
Sugary breakfast cereals.
Come on, Americans, tell me what I'm talking about here. They're called E-numbers here because they all start with like the actual ingredients like
No.
E6519.
I thought it was a bingo
Lexapropylene
reference.
or something.
I have no idea what that is. No frame of reference at all for e-numbers.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like
Well, you've
pre-sweetened.
eaten lots of them in your life.
That's what we call
I know that.
pre-sweetened cereals.
Okay.
Which is just, we dump a bunch of sugar on them before you have a chance to, is
Yeah.
what that means. Oh, yeah, we had the news.
As a great philosopher once said, pour some sugar on me, ooh, in the name of love.
Pour some sugar on me.
It still amuses me that the drummer's only got one arm. It's amazing.
He is dedicated. He wasn't going to give up his art.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really inspirational. He learned how to play a second thing with his foot. To use his feet
Additives?
More. What?
Additives?
Are we selling this pre-sweetened cereals here? Additives.
Yeah. Is that what they're called? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
sugars and additives maybe, or something like that. Yeah. You're still thinking about it.
Oh, okay. They add E in Europe because the word Europe apparently, and that's the additive code they use here. Okay. Well, I didn't know that.
Learning from the chat. See, they're
Exactly.
useful. It's a good thing they
Tony
turn up.
Blakeway fucking kills it every show. Love it. Everyone, get on Tony's level or fuck off. A lot of you.
Raise your game, guys.
Exactly.
Cheat more.
He's making you look like chumps.
All right, so after Bernie got out and endorsed Joe Biden, he actually went further a couple days later.
You see, I thought it was quite sweet that Elizabeth Warren went, yeah, I'll endorse him now too.
Yeah, after
late.
after
Bit
Obama.
late.
After Obama, she finally wakes up from her nap. Where the fuck you been, girl?
Like she was going to come out and go, nah, fuck him, dickhead. It's a bit late now. It's over.
Yeah.
The
the moment's over. The former president already did it. You're not going to get more coverage than that. You had a window.
Yeah.
Probably last week would have been good. Something like that.
Yeah, and when you say former president, it's fucking FDR. Jesus. That's a joke about a dead man endorsing him. Never mind.
Yeah, he came back from the dead to endorse Biden.
And he still beat Elizabeth Warren to the punch.
Yeah. So anyway, Bernie Sanders went on to not only just sort of endorse Joe, but made a public statement that it would be irresponsible for his loyalists to not support Joe Biden, warning that progressives who sit on their hands in the months ahead could enable Trump's re-election. And there are people in his own camp who are not very happy with him for saying that, but he did it, and a lot of people thanked him for it as well. So.
Oh, did you see Brianna Joy Gray or whatever her name is?
Yeah.
Oh, the shade. It was delicious.
All right, should we... well, I did have that in there, and then I took it out because I was like, okay, I don't want to fan the flames. But should we look at... Basically...
Nah, fuck it. She's a dick.
Yeah,
Oh
she was attacking people like Pete Buttigieg online and just, and also said she disagreed with Sanders that she wasn't going to endorse Joe Biden. And then they asked him about her comments. He's like, yeah, she's a former staff person. She's not on my payroll.
Yeah, she's not on my payroll. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Take a jacket out because it's a little shady.
Mm-hmm. Put a sweater on. So yeah, and I think a lot of people are like, yeah, good. There are some really toxic people. You need to break away from them. So that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so this next one is, I'm just going to read this out first because I saw it and I thought it was really wonderful, but then I see exactly the kind of thing she's talking about here. She says, despite the negative stigma, this form of dance gets, despite the negative stigma this form of dance gets, Bradley asked to fly every day and loves it. And then she also puts in parentheses, I always wear appropriate clothing when dancing with or around my son, Karen. But
Hang
yeah.
on, are we not doing Brianna Joy? I thought you were looking at something. What?
No. I'll do this first. Oh, yeah, we can go back. Sorry, I kind of skipped Brianna, but we can go back if you want.
Well, no, I thought you were looking for the. You said you
No.
had it in there and you took it out.
Yeah, I took it out because I didn't want to kind of pour salt in the wounds. So I don't have it because I took it out of my list
Well,
of
go and
bookmarks.
fucking find it then.
Well, no, we're going to do this first. Because
No,
this is
are
really
we?
super sweet.
Yeah,
because I'm
Oh.
running the show. So also check out the strength in her legs and core to do this. Oh. I'll just mute that. Right?
Yeah, I can do this.
No, you fucking can't.
I can sit. I can
That's
just about
amazing.
sit up.
On
That's
a
literally
pole?
the-
No, I don't. Can you really? You just take.
No, on a comfortable chair.
It's like if you could get your knee around there and sit on a pole, I would pay money to see that. Okay. Well, I know what I'll do. Because actually, I think we're pretty close to the end. But, yeah, let me go to my... Let's see. Now you guys have to... Alright. Is that how you... Yes. And Sanders.
Hang on, I'm trying to find the. Oh, I can't find the pledges. If someone can find the Biden pledges that were released, they're good. It's like $15 an hour minimum wage and stuff. So there's some good stuff in there. It's vague, but there's some good stuff. Sorry, I was looking for that. I was thinking I could show it, but
Yeah, I couldn't find it.
it. It definitely happened.
Oh yeah, this is one where she says she's not gonna vote for Biden, but I guess maybe if I do Sanders, Gray Sanders, maybe those two, rather than the Joy, it'll.
I never could him because he's grey. Jesus, he's old. What you
The
expecting?
thing is that this was on a couple days ago now, so it's kind of.
Oh, it doesn't. Who cares?
This is what my point was. That's why I took it out.
Oh, okay. Well done then. Jesus.
So now we're gonna let you talk. We'll go over to what was all this about? You and
Well, you need to
beefing
go
with
into the tweet. You need to go into the
Okay.
tweet, and then into the next tweet. The tweet I responded to. Sorry.
This one. Up,
Yeah.
you mean? Okay.
Yeah. And then click on the image.
All right. Okay, this is complicated, but I think I managed.
It is complicated. Anyway, so Dad said, put this out, right? Which is ridiculous. Anyway, he just says, this is his version of a meme, apparently. Me, I love my wife. Hate her. Fuck you. So nothing about Trump. Me, watch my soccer moves. Hate her. Fuck you. So you think that Trump is okay. Me, here is the latest paper on sexual signaling. Hate her. Not a word on Trump in the paper. Fuck you. So basically...
He's straw manning?
Yeah, anyone who's opposes him is just an irrational Trump hater or something. Which, if you click away from that now, Ina, who's a very, very fine person you should be following on the Twitters, said, this is the kind of quote-unquote satire would only work if you were actually not a Trump superfan in 98.9% of your other tweets, which is true.
Yeah.
She also put another screenshot, and every tweet he puts out is pro-Trump bull suckery, right?
Yeah.
So, and I just thought that was funny. But I picked up on I love the idea that Gadsad has sucker moves.
Or he thinks he does.
Yeah, he's this fat, greasy, pathetic old man, and that's fine. I'm not dissing the fat, pathetic, greasy old man demographic. They're an important part of my channel. But yeah, I just thought it was funny that he thought he had sucker moves. So I tweeted that out, and so if you go back now to the Gadsad tweet,
Yeah.
he then tweeted this, right? He quote tweeted me,
Yeah.
as you do,
Yeah.
with, I'm disappointed that you don't have your preferred pronouns in your bio, human cuttlefish. Here are your moves. Smoke this castrato.
Wow.
Which is like, it's like predictive text.
Yes.
I don't know what that is like. Start a sentence with I'm disappointed that, and then let predictive text do it.
Yeah.
Smoke this castrato.
Remember when I had
Lizzie-
people, Trump people trying to pull me up on my pronouns as just weird non sequiturs as well?
Yeah, they're obsessed with that in their bio. So if you don't have it in your bio, he says, "Oh, you should have it in your bio." And if you do, he then says, "Oh,
Why do you have it in your bio?
yeah, this is pathetic. I don't need to know you do. Fuck's sake." But it's just weird. What is human cuttlefish? What does that mean? Smoke
guess-
this strato? What?
What is his YouTube video? Is it somebody singing?
What?
He has a YouTube video link here.
Does he? Oh, I haven't even fucking.
I
haven't seen it.
assume
I
it's
didn't
somebody
click on that.
singing, which is probably copyrighted. So.
Oh, he's actually got okay. Well, that's keep yuppies. That's not sucker moves. Jesus.
So I guess
he's got good control. I'll give him that. Yeah, do a step over. Break your own fucking ankles, you dopey bastard. Oh, hang on. No way. Okay, he's got moves. No, I will grant him that then. I didn't see that. Okay.
Well, there you go.
The winner of the Ballon d'Or. Well, no, I wouldn't put you in Messi's class. That's silly.
No.
But yeah, okay. So he's got two moves in. He's got the keep uppy and the neck thing. That's pretty cool. He's still garbage, but that's cool.
Yeah. He's a garbage person who has some ball control.
Yeah.
Yeah. You tweeted this out, I think.
And I'm the other way round.
Sorry, in what way?
I'm not a garbage person, and I have
Oh.
no control over football. So.
Oh, over your balls?
No, not until the rib cage that we talked about before.
Yeah. The whole skit where you tell God how he has to fix human designs,
Yeah.
design
Yeah,
flaws.
exactly.
Rib
The
cage for your
ankle.
balls.
The ankle isn't unnecessary. I think.
It has a lot of design flaws. It's quite likely to,
Yeah.
snap or twist.
Exactly. You can go over on an ankle.
Mm-hmm.
I think the human would get on okay with the hoof.
Okay.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah. All right. So, kitties. With attitude.
Oh.
Just a kitty break, that's all.
Oh.
Going from ball control to pity kitties. From balls to petting your pussy. Okay. Caitlin is pulling a page out of Ann Coulter's book.
Right,
Honestly,
what's she saying? This is
let-
Gun Girl.
Yeah. Honestly, letting women vote in this country wasn't the best of ideas. Females vote with emotion and overwhelmingly support democratic feel-good policies that take away our actual rights. I'd rather lose my right to vote than lose my right to defend myself with a firearm.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
Precisely
women can be
my
trusted
reaction.
with guns, but not with a vote.
Correct.
Right.
Here's the thing is, there's a direct correlation between how much money you earn and your propensity to vote Republican. So if
Yeah.
Republicans really, really wanted more people to vote Republican, instead of spending all this effort into voter suppression and all the other bullshit they do, regulating women's bodies, they could try making everybody wealthier. So people actually had enough money to care about their taxes as a way to save money.
Yeah. Also, don't have Pussy Grabber as your nominee.
That helps too.
Maybe.
Although that didn't stop a lot of America. This is amazing.
Oh, but it certainly stopped a lot of women. Were like, yeah, not.
Oh,
cool with that.
right. It did get women agitated to come out for against Trump. Yeah. All right. So I don't think there's really any sound with this. I'll put that off. But yeah, this dog's reaction. Have you seen this video?
I don't think so.
So good.
I don't know.
All right.
Okay.
So, person. Ball.
You seeing this? You seeing this, motherfucker? What shit's he pulling?
What is that? What happened? See, dogs understand object permanence.
Oh,
That-
that was cute.
Yeah, that was absolutely. That's right up there with the groundhog. In terms of awesome animal takes. Okay. Orion just said, I'm using this argument with my family. I'm not quite sure which argument you're talking about there.
The dog.
Might be. Oh, hey, here are the Republicans saying the quiet part out loud. Republican Representative Trey Hollingsworth says letting more Americans die of the coronavirus is a lesser of two evils compared to the economy tanking.
Yeah, that's what we've always known.
Yeah. Yeah. Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses?
Exactly, yeah.
You have to get rid of
Why
the
can't I
surplus
just put these
population.
people to work on my plantation?
Yes, all these people in nursing homes living into their 90s when they're not, earning, not part of the labor market, paying taxes, enjoying their sunset years.
Yeah.
Hey, Virginia's on a roll. Remember the last time we talked, they had rolling back a secessionist holiday and making the day of election a state holiday.
Yes.
The governor, we know as Governor Blackface, unfortunate, but he signed into law an LGBTQ non-discrimination measure.
Can we call him Governor Gollywog?
No. No.
I feel like that would be appropriate.
Well, I feel okay. So he definitely messed up.
I'm only
in the
playing.
Okay. Like, I think he's doing a good job signing bills sent to him by the legislature.
Yeah, but he does like the music of Al Jolson quite a lot.
Does he? Or are you just
No, because
making
he
that
did
up?
blackface. Never mind.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah, South Dakota governor rebuffs the Sioux Falls mayor's call to issue a stay-at-home order. Oh, yeah, and this is also a new take. This is kind of like the Candace Owens take. That, oh my gosh, it's not going to be 100,000 people who die. It's only going to be 60,000. Why did we shut down the economy? Yeah. You have a model based on one set of outcomes. You change things like add social distancing and deaths go down and they're mad.
Yeah, and Trump will try and play that off as a victory. Like, oh, they said it was going to be 200,000, but because of what I did personally, I was out there on the front line doing it personally, it's down to just 70,000.
Yeah. Defunding the World Health Organization in the middle of a pandemic is what's...
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I mean, but that's so Trump.
Yeah.
That's such a Trump move of blame everybody else and anyone else. Except that even if we accept his rationale of the World Health Organization dropped the ball, they didn't give us enough warning. They gave Germany the exact same warning.
Mm-hmm. Also,
look at the differences in deaths.
He was at the same time the World Health Organization was working with China, praising the president of China for like being honest and, doing a good job and all this kind of stuff. I mean, the tweets exist.
And sucking, what's his name? Fucking North Korea fatty boy. Whatever his name is.
Kim Jong-il. Un. Sorry.
Il was his dad, wasn't
Il was
it?
his, yeah. Sorry, I'm old.
Anyway, old North Korean Dave sucking his dick.
Yep, that too. Right, here's what you're talking about. 68% of Britons say the government are handling the coronavirus outbreak well. Up from 64% last week. What the fuck, people of Britain? Seriously. I know you feel bad for Boris Johnson, but he also threw this at your population.
Yeah.
He was the one who
the people that are dying now are the ones that were infected during the whole
herd immunity delay.
Herd immunity bullshit.
Yep.
And again, they'll try and pass off the drop. Now we've had this thing, there'll be a drop. We haven't had the lockdown, there'll be a drop in numbers and all the rest of it. And they'll say, look, what we did, we were amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The reason you got so bad in the first place is because you didn't do anything.
Yeah. And then you look at the charts.
Nothing down. You told us, just wash your hands, it'll be fine.
Yeah, just look at the FT charts where the US and the UK are compared to Italy and Spain now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. Speaking of the coronavirus, Adam Schiff has announced that the House Dems are investigating how Trump handled the coronavirus intelligence. I mean, whatever happens in November, there's going to be an investigation about what Trump did.
Well, there needs to be an investigation of those cunts who stole stock as well.
Mm-hmm.
Those people need to be in jail, not in political office anymore. Those people need to go to jail.
Yeah, I haven't heard from Inhofe lately.
Yeah.
Peter Baker
And I
knows.
don't care. By the way,
Yeah.
that's not a partisan thing. If Democrats did it as well, they need to go to jail. I don't give a fuck. That's monumental amounts of shitbaggery. To not only not tell the people, but to then say, "Oh fuck it, I'm going to financially profit from this."
Yep.
Fuck you.
Yep. So Peter Baker notes Trump on February 28th. The press is in hysteria mode over coronavirus. Trump video 13th of April. Media has minimized the risk from the start.
It is. It's very 1984. Just completely rewrite history. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Trump will say, "Oh yeah, I took it seriously all along," even though he's like, "It's a hoax. Who cares?"
Yep. I know. It's gaslighting all the time.
It's irresponsible of American broadcasters to live broadcast his shit.
You know they've started cutting away now.
Yeah, I know because
middle of it,
I flick around between. I'll get the American stations, and CNN haven't covered it for days. Well, they've covered it, but they haven't shown it live. They'll show you clips of it later.
Of other people talking. Not Trump.
Usually it's like the Dr. Fauci, who, by the way, is also a prick, but whatever.
I think, he's kind of Vichy government at this point.
Basically, you're collaborationists at this point. You know what he's doing is fucked up. You're a doctor.
But the thing is, I think, okay, what would you do in his position? What, quit on principle? He's just going to put somebody in there who's worse? Or deal with the asshole right now and get as much good done as you can and kind of walk that line between cutting him off and not staying on his bad side to the point where he fires you. I think he's kind of...
But I mean, that's to a degree. Again, I'm not saying he's as bad as people who collaborated with the Nazis or whatever, but there's a similar dynamic at play where they probably use the same justification of, "Oh, well, I can mitigate damage." Yeah, but you're also contributing to damage. Just because it's less damage, does that make you sleep better at night?
So what would you do? Would you just quit on principle and let him put in
I would never have taken the job in the first place. I'd say, I'm not working with this garbage bag. He's shown himself to be a scientifically illiterate, dangerous fool.
Okay.
Now, that might not, it's easy for me to say in this situation. When you've taken the Hippocratic Oath and you take it seriously, maybe you would. But the fact that he's come out now and backtracked on even the very mildest criticism, you're a garbage bag. I'm sorry.
Well, Trump had just tweeted out somebody who was talking about getting Trump firing him. So he was signaling to Fauci.
Fire Fauci got hashtag Fire Fauci got trending, didn't it? The other day. But he backtracked, didn't he? He was like, "Oh no, I'm not saying this under duress at all. No, I'm my own man." No, fuck you. You're a liar, is what you are. No, he's not. I don't want people to think, "Oh, Fauci's the problem." No, Trump is the problem. Okay, Trump's the real arsehole in that room. But people aiding and abetting him isn't helping.
I think,
and again, that goes with the media. That goes with the scientists who are happily playing along with it because maybe they like the limelight, maybe they want the extra money. I don't fucking know, but and some of them probably are legit, like trying to do what they think is right. But either way, I don't think they're necessarily helping.
My perception of the dynamic is that Fauci, not Dr. Bix or whatever her name is, she is the quintessential sellout in my opinion. But with Fauci, I get where your criticisms are coming from, but I also think he's the only firewall between Trump listening to all these business people who are calling him and complaining about the economy and his desire to open it up again and a second outbreak across the country. I think Fauci is really the person standing between those.
No, I think Jared Kushner would make a good Surgeon General.
You're funny.
Is it because he's Jewish? Why have you got to be so anti-Semitic?
Yeah, because he's done such a great job on the Middle East peace plan. And
he has.
What else was he put in charge of?
Have you noticed we're not talking about Syria anymore? It's almost like it stopped. It didn't.
No, people just.
But
stopped
it's almost
attention.
like it did.
Yeah, he was put in charge of.
Because now there are white people dying, so we don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Yep. It just added to his portfolio of things.
Yeah. He's becoming very much a kind of modern day Henry Kissinger character. Which that does sound a bit anti-Semitic, but never mind. They just happen to be two terrible people who are Jewish.
This is a tough virus.
I'm trying
We're
to.
going to have to practice
sorry.
these measures so that we are all protected.
All right, sorry about that. I was trying
Shut up,
to.
you quiffy twat.
Yeah, well, actually, okay. This one was the Florida Surgeon General was removed from a coronavirus briefing by the governor's staff, by DeSantis' staff, right after saying that Floridians will need to social distance until there's a vaccine. And then a woman literally comes and taps him on the shoulder, and then he sits there for a bit, and then she comes back, and she's like, "No, you need to get the fuck out." And he grabs his stuff and he leaves. So Florida, there you go. Democracy not happening because Trump, has got influence over how Republicans manage their states right now.
Yeah.
So speaking of Trump being in office, Kyle Kalinske.
Why is that funny? That's not
Well,
funny.
no, it was before the show. I was telling you I couldn't pronounce his name, and you had to help me with
That didn't happen. No, that's you're just crazy, Kristi.
And yes. So
no, we had a discussion. We had a discussion about pronunciation of names that turned into a weird art history thing.
yes, and so I was a little callback to Kevin on that. Sorry, people in the chat, you weren't part of that one.
Fuck you.
Yes, but I managed to mess things up, so that was funny. Anyway, Kyle Kalinske is out here being what I'd say is a bit of an asshole. So he sent this post out on the 14th of April saying, "As a left-winger who will not vote for Biden, I want you to know I'm 100% okay with you blaming me if Trump wins a second term. I mean it. Blame me. Then get to thinking real hard how you're going to get me to support your candidate the next time. Maybe even ask me. I'll tell you."
Okay.
What an asshole. What
Do you
a
want to
fucking...
elaborate?
Insofar as, he's saying here that, it's our fault for not putting everything around what Kyle Kalinske wants. Fuck DACA recipients. Fuck the people who are refugees right now who are in cages, who could be out, somewhere protected while they wait for a status hearing on their refugee status. There's the issue of the Supreme Court we have to look at. There's the protection of the Constitution. There's, all of these issues. When you vote, as I can't remember the person who said it, a woman who said, a vote is like a chess move. It's not a Valentine. It's a tool. Yeah. And when he's out there making it all about courting him, a privileged white guy who makes his probably a six-figure salary talking shit on the internet, but we have to put all those issues aside, women and Roe v. Wade and abortion access and contraception and all of the rights that evangelical Christians are trying to take away from LGBTQ people. But no, we have to go over and ask Kyle, please, Kyle, how can we shape our policies to get your vote? Because obviously you're more important than everybody fucking else.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a reasonable analysis. Absolutely. Well, no, I mean,
thank you.
I get you not being happy. That's fine. I don't mind that, whatever. But yeah, like you say, he's not going to be the one massively affected by a second Trump term. In fact, it'd be good for his job because he gets more nonsense to talk about for another 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm saying he secretly therefore wants a Trump presidency. I'm just saying it's not necessarily going to be a bad thing for him. And so fuck it. He's not going to vote for the guy he doesn't like. And fuck, like you say, fuck kids in cages. Fuck all of those people. Pretty shitty allyship is what I would suggest.
Yeah, it's not allyship at all.
Well, yeah.
It's entirely absent of any concept of allyship here. And, maybe you live in California or New York State or somewhere where it doesn't matter because it's so deep blue, you can afford to just throw away your vote. Okay? I vote in Wisconsin. You have people who listen to you, who vote all over the country, who are going to adopt or be influenced by this kind of arrogance. And their vote actually might make a difference where they live. So, you know what? Talk for yourself. And then also tell people who live in places that aren't that blue to go vote for Biden. Because even the risk of having Trump for a second term because of your arrogance is not worth taking.
Yeah, and like I say, actually, if you look at the Biden's policy platform, some of it's good. Like I say, $15 an hour minimum wage. That's awesome. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that alone is
Take
worth
the
something.
win. Take the fucking win. He's doing the thing Bernie wants on colleges. He's doing something Elizabeth Warren wants on something else. Take the fucking win. Don't call it all a loss because you didn't get 100% of what you wanted in one election cycle.
He's not going to give Elizabeth Warren everything she wants, though, because he's an old man. He couldn't keep up the pace.
Yeah, he's got to be getting close to 30. So if you're not under 25 for Liz, it's
exactly, yeah.
20 to 25. That's her optimum.
Exactly. Once she starts to see a dollop of cellulite, you're gone.
All right, Karma. That was it. That was.
I was just going to say, and I'm not sure this is necessarily applicable to Carl Kalinske, but it's certainly
we'll go back to
a lot of people on the far left, or
Yeah.
just the left, whatever, that will go on about like the SJWs, the liberals doing purity spiral, and yet they're not going to be prepared to vote for Biden because he's not pure.
Mm-hmm. Enough for them.
Okay.
Not 100% pure.
Yeah, fair enough. Look, that's the way it is.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So Karma, a 21-year-old who posted about not social distancing, got coronavirus.
Yeah.
She did a whole, blah, 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 I'm going to go out and do my thing. And now she's like, I coughed until my throat bled.
Oh, jeez. Fucking Christ.
Yeah, I read the article. That actually comes up.
Yeah, that's what the blood. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw someone posting about Michaela Peterson, Jordan Peterson's daughter.
Oh, the meat diet chick.
Yeah, who's doing she's like not following the distancing rules and stuff, and still essentially endangering the life of her elderly and immunocompromised father. And someone said that Michaela Peterson basically trying to kill Jordan Peterson counts as leftist praxis.
Oh.
Rude.
Dark.
But funny. Right-wing idiocy, like, all meat diets, lead to you getting a bloody arse. Simple.
Woo. There you go. That's a visual image for you.
Yeah.
Should we take it away with something much cuter? You guys, that black cat accidentally rolled in sidewalk chalk.
Oh.
And you know what's even better?
What?
There's video.
Oh, awesome.
It is always worth looking at the thread. So there's the cat.
You roll in the sidewalk chalk. Oh, man.
On his face.
Dude. Poor guy. You roll in the sidewalk chalk. Oh, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bless.
Cats.
That's his look. That's his spring look.
Yes. He's on the catwalk.
Hey. Because he's a cat. I see what you did.
Yeah. Oh, and that's Batman there. Just another cat, but not in black and not in sidewalk chalk. Sadly, more cats in sidewalk chalk, but not only of their own volition.
Yeah, don't go purposefully rubbing cats on things.
No, or chalk on cats. No.
Yeah,
that's not
that would be
necessary.
weird.
But he
Although
did a
you can
thorough
paint
job.
on the side of horses. That's a thing I've seen.
Really? Oh, I guess with handprints and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I saw someone once painted. It was during the football, so the flags were out. The England flags were everywhere, and I saw someone riding a horse with an England flag painted on the side of it. And I thought, yeah. That's interesting. That's it though. That's literally, again, not a great anecdote, just a thing that happened.
I just want to admire the commitment to which that cat gave rolling in the sidewalk chalk.
Yeah, that cat enjoyed that shit.
Look at that.
Cats do love that sometimes. I love rolling in dirt and stuff. Dry dirt. I don't know what that's about, but
maybe it absorbs some of the oil in their fur.
Possibly. But either way, that cat was enjoying it because it's all on his legs, the face, the tail,
everywhere.
Everything.
Yep, got it everywhere it could. Also, okay, so who needs to see this when they're working? I know I do.
Oh.
Aw, dogs. So cute. So, yeah, that was a thing. And I think actually now we do have some... Oh, this is just also an FYI, because people will say as U.S. deaths rise especially. Oh, of course we have more deaths. We're a bigger country. And there's only a very, very weak association between having a higher population and having a number of cases. I mean, obviously, you'll have a more of a population that could potentially get sick, but as you can see here,
well, look at China's got a way bigger population.
yeah, but they kept it to one region pretty much by engaging in really harsh
exactly,
measures.
yeah, that's the point. If bigger population equals more deaths, why has China got way less death?
Yep. So, yeah, here the R squared is 0.02, which means like 2% out of 100% of the variation can be explained by the population. So like 98% can be explained by other factors.
I didn't know there was a country called Dunk.
Dunk? Oh, what is that, do you think?
Denmark?
Denmark, yeah, I would imagine that's probably right. Where's Switzerland? Is Switzerland on here? Oh, but they spell it weird. Is this Switzerland? No. How do they? I remember doing
Switzerland's Helvetica.
Helvetica.
Because the Helvetii tribe that Julius Caesar killed lots of. Anyway, but yeah, Switzerland isn't on there, is it? What's chi?
I don't think so.
What's chi?
This is a terrible game. We're gonna bra. What's bra? Let's just ask you what
doi. Brazil. The only one I can't get is
che.
Prut and che.
Let's see. PRT. Trying to think. What country starts with P? That would be on here. I have no idea. Nope, I'm going to stop this. It's making me feel stupid. We're going to end this exercise.
What is chi and prut?
Yep. Oh, and this was amazing. Did you see the cry on the Trump's press conference the other day?
No, go for it.
CNN. These are true. I saw these all over the internet.
Chile and Portugal.
Ah, thank you, people.
There
Portugal,
you
of course. How could I forget? It's right next to Spain. So yeah, these were actual cryons that the CNN cryon writer was putting into the.
I would say chyron.
What did I say?
Cryon. I don't know though. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Let's see. What do they say?
It's not Czechoslovakia, you dickhead. It's not 1985.
Chyron. CHYRON. Which one did you say?
Chyron.
Then you were right.
Okay. Oh, I don't know. It's just nice to know what the correct thing is. Because if I'm doing it wrong, I want to know.
Okay. Well, I think you were doing it right. So well done.
Good.
2 points extra. All right. Do you want to read these out as we go through them?
Yeah. Breaking news. Angry Trump turns briefing into propaganda session.
Okay. Next one.
Good stuff. Trump melts down in angry response to reports he ignored virus warnings.
Okay.
Jesus. Trump refuses to acknowledge any mistakes. That could be used for any press conference, though. Yeah. Really? That's not specific.
And this one.
Trump uses task force briefing to try and rewrite history on coronavirus response. Where have his eyes gone? Oh, no.
As Bradley says, the Chiron ain't playing with y'all today. Speak on it, sis.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, and there's me thanking Senator Sanders. Oh, and then we're back to Jumpy Dog. So I guess that's the bookmarks since the 13th of April. Except for the one about Brianne Joy Gray that I took out to be somewhat gracious.
Okay.
So, I guess that brings us to the quiz part of the show. Yeah, 1 hour 18. Do you need a break at all? I think I'm okay.
No, I'm good.
All right. So we're ready for a little bit of the tiny quiz of the lockdown?
Yes, but anything after the weird magnet nose story that popped up last time.
Never is going to be as good as that. I agree.
It's never going to be as good as that.
You don't know in the middle of something great how great it is until it's over.
Like that one wank that absolutely busts you open. It can never be the same again.
Chase that high forever.
Exactly.
All right. So, from which animal do we get cashmere wool?
The cashmere sheep.
Is it?
I have no idea.
They have a lot of cashmere in Scotland, so I'd imagine it's a particular kind of Scottish.
The Highland sheep.
Yeah, why not? What kind of racist joke is this that assumes all people in Britain, know what kind of wool sheep produce just because y'all shag them?
That's only the Welsh, apparently. I don't know.
All right, so Highland sheep.
And I only joke about the Welsh because I know them. I know all of them.
All of
seven
them. Yes, the whole country.
Name the lead actor in the original and the remake of Alfie.
No idea.
Well, the original is Michael Caine, isn't it?
Oh, and then Jude Law.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Teamwork.
Answered.
Boom. High five.
Apparently, the
internet.
cashmere is goat.
Oh, it's goat. And
No,
okay.
whoa. There is a controversy in the chat. Some are saying goat, some are saying rabbit.
Oh, yes, a split decision here. It isn't goat, and it's somewhere Himalayas. Why do they have so much cashmere then in Edinburgh? 5 Kristi. I don't know what that means. All right, I guess we don't know. Michael something. Yeah, Michael Caine. All right. Anyway, we ready to go on to question number 3 now?
I am, yes.
All right. We have no answer for number 1. We are divided on 1. But
on the 1st
confident.
of August, 1987, when a very young Kevin Logan, who was 2 months old at the time, a type of product was advertised on UK TV for the first time. What kind of product? So that's on the 1st of August. So basically, what new thing came out in 1987?
Well, I said what type of product was advertised on UK TV for the first time. It could have been something like tampons or pads.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm with you.
Or it could have been a Commodore 64.
Yeah, could have been. What type of product? It's a very specific type of product.
See, this makes me think it was maxi pads or women's menstrual pads.
Was there a computer advertisement?
They're still going
PC?
on.
There was green screen and shit or something.
Pong.
Pong? Yeah, it could be Pong. Yeah. All
right. So condoms? Someone in the Flint in the chat said condoms were advertised.
That could be a thing. Yeah. Because they had all kinds of decency legislation.
Mm-hmm. Something for the weekend, right?
Yeah, indeed. That was an old British phrase where the only place you could get condoms before 1970 or whatever was in barbershops.
Yeah.
Bizarrely. And he would literally ask, I wasn't around, but I'm told he would ask, something for the weekend, sir? And you'd say yes if you wanted to buy condoms from the barber. That's a thing that happened.
Yep.
But what about if you just wanted condoms and you didn't want your hair cut? Do you just go in there and go, you got any Johnnies?
Yeah.
Or do you have to get the haircut?
It's pretty much a tell, isn't it? If you walk into a barber's and you walk out 5 minutes later without your hair exactly the same, with it exactly the same, all you've done is bought a bunch of
Or just freak people out and take a wig, put it in your pocket, and then come out with massive hair. Oh,
do it
that
in
would
reverse.
fuck with people's minds. Yeah, you put hair on. Oof.
You grew it since you went inside. All right, so what are we going to say? We're going to say condoms or pads or computers?
Yeah, condoms is a good shout. Whoever said that in the chat.
All right, we'll go condoms. We're putting our faith in you. Don't worry, it's not that much.
I've put my seed in them plenty of times.
Okay.
In a mortar and pestle. See, why would you put it as mortar and pestle? It's pestle and mortar, dickhead.
Mess you up.
In a mortar and pestle, is the mortar the little bowl or the thing you bash up the food with? Is the mortar and pestle?
Yeah, is the pestle the bowl or is the mortar the bowl? My instinct to say the mortar. Yeah. What do you say?
Oh shit, I don't know actually.
I think the mortar is the bashy up thing.
I think it might be the pestle though.
But a mortar just sounds like a pestle sounds more like a bowl to me than a mortar. A mortar sounds like a crunchy.
Yeah, but this is old English. It's all bollocks.
Okay.
I don't know. Well, I mean, I don't know, but we've got a split decision in the hangout tonight. Okay.
Yeah, so we'll have to take it to the chat. The mortar is the little bowl. The bowl, okay, everyone is siding with you. The pestle is the thing you mash it up with. Okay. So
Yeah, I don't know. It's
mortar is the bowl. Got it.
We've got blenders now.
Oh, all right.
A Google is a big number. It's a 1 followed by how many zeros?
I don't know.
I'll
12?
say 1,000.
Probably. Probably. I'm waiting for the
don't know.
chat to catch up because I. Oh, do you want to just say 1,000 and move on?
A pestle is the part used to check the prostate.
That's what you use it for, Rory Katz.
Yeah, well, he can use his tongue
To
check his own prostate. Yes. Do cats have a prostate? He can lick his anus, is the point I'm making.
Well, the prostate's a little bit farther up than the outside.
Well, he can get closer to licking his prostate than I can to mine.
That's true. That's true.
So,
all right, donate in the chat says 1,000 now or 100.
I'll say
Okay, so
100.
100 or 1,000.
Someone's saying
100.
69. Nice.
Nice. Yes. A million. You guys are no help.
Oh, it's 420. Yo.
All right, so what are you going to take, 100 or 1,000?
I said 1,000 and
All
I'm
right.
sticking with it. 'Cause
Okay,
I don't
we're
know.
going to go with Kevin because he's speaking with confidence.
Exactly. Always trust the white man speaking with confidence. He knows what he's doing.
No.
The Wednesday that follows Shrove Tuesday.
Word.
What?
The Wednesday that follows Show
Oh, but what's
Tuesday
the
word
oh,
that
hidden
follows
link.
bubble.
So we're looking for a hidden link in this next 5 questions.
Okay.
Wednesday that follows Shrove Tuesday. Word that follows bubble and chewing. Type of Coke that launched in 1985. Right, so let's
Gum and new for the
gum new.
bubble.
The Wednesday, Shrove Tuesday, Ash Wednesday. So it's Ash, gum, and
New?
Ash, gum, and new.
That can't be right. How do hidden
Well,
links
ash
work?
and gum are both types of tree, aren't they?
Okay.
So is there a type of tree that Coke, the
Let's see.
the oak, the Coke oak?
No. Type of Coke that launched in 1985. There's also Diet Coke.
Cherry.
Sprite.
Cherry.
What about Sprite? Well, that's not really Coke, is it? But it is a Coke product.
Cherry Coke.
Cherry
So
Coke?
cherry tree.
Okay, they're all trees.
They're all trees.
Yay. Wow. Okay. Wow, you guys really do word puzzles in Britain. Americans don't
Yeah.
think this much for our quizzes.
Yeah.
That was fun, though. Okay, they're all trees.
That was fun.
Oh, another one.
Right. Hidden link. Disney Deer.
Mm-hmm.
Park in Liverpool that Beatles sang about.
Mm-hmm.
A distress signal that rhymes.
So, Bambi.
Bambi. Park in Liverpool that Beatles.
That's Strawberry Fields? I
So
think so.
Bambi, Strawberry Fields. A distress signal that rhymes.
Just Mayday.
Mayday. Okay, so Bambi, Strawberry Fields, and Mayday. I have no idea. No, I don't know.
Bambi, Strawberry, and May. Okay, so strawberries come ripe in May. Like they're in the States anyway. Like they're coming into season right now, or they will be shortly. So
Bambi was killed in May.
Was he?
No, well, it's a her, isn't it?
Her?
And I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm making that up.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Exact time of year. I think it's winter time anyway, because doesn't Thumper slide on a glacial thing on a pond that's frozen or something?
there's a suggestion in the chat. Bond girls, but I don't watch.
Bambi, Strawberry Fields.
And Mayday. I don't watch Bond films, so if
Was
that's
there
it,
was there a Disney deer called Pussy Galore?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Okay, well, basically, we don't fucking know this one.
No.
Sorry, we've let you all down.
Yeah, if it's Bond girls or Bond women, you'll get points in the chat for being right.
No, not Bond women, Bond girls.
Bond
Only under
girls.
the age of 18, please.
All right.
Right. Spanish for the angels,
Mm-hmm. Los
Spanish
Angeles.
for the pass, and Spanish for St. Francis. So the angels is Los Angeles,
Mm-hmm.
I think, or Los Angeles, whatever.
Yep.
The pass is don't know.
Los Alamos.
Oh, so these are
California.
American cities.
Yeah, San Francisco.
San Francisco, yeah.
California, maybe even specifically.
Yeah. So Los Angeles, San Francisco, San Diego?
No, the Saint
Pass?
is the saint. So it would be like Los
No,
or
but
Las.
no, but the point is, the pass, is that San Diego or something?
No, and I'm saying San, the prefix means saint. Like San Francisco is Saint Francis. San Diego is Saint Diego.
Fuck you, San Diego.
So Spanish for La Paz would have to be like Los something. Like, I would think. I don't speak Spanish, so.
Los Angeles. Oh, okay.
Yeah. For
That's
the
what someone's
angels.
saying in the chat.
Yep.
Sorry.
El Paso?
Okay, so
Oh, El Paso. Yeah, that makes sense. So Texas. So they are Spanish cities in America.
well, Spanishly named cities.
So Los must be for the plural of something, and El must be for the singular masculine.
I don't fucking
Pasadena. Well, anyway, we know that they're basically cities in America. That's
Yeah.
close enough.
Well, no, we have to say, do we think it's California or not?
Well, El Paso, isn't that in Texas?
Exactly. So is it fucking Pasadena? Because that's California.
But
Anyway, who cares? Right. A classic The Pogues single.
okay, we'll go with California. I think.
Okay, but good. I'm glad we sorted that out. A classic The Pogues single about a big Spanish party, the process of being transported with police protection, and an island resort near Naples.
This one sucks. I'm going to be bad at all of these.
Yeah. So presumably escort.
Yeah.
Is police protection.
An island resort near Naples? Come on. Do you know the Pogues song about a Spanish party? I don't really know the Pogues.
No. Well, there's only one Pogue song anyone ever wants to hear.
And which is?
Fairy Tale of New York.
That's the Christmas one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
okay.
I mean, it's arguably the only Christmas song that's actually legitimately a brilliant song.
Yes. Yeah, it is. A Capri Escort.
Capri.
Oh, Ford
so
cars.
Ford.
Yeah, different kind of Ford cars. A British made.
So the Pogues one is called what?
Fiesta.
Fiesta. That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then a Capri and an Escort, a Ford Escort and a Ford Capri. Yeah. All right, one for the chat. 100% chat pulling their weight.
Good stuff. And it's not only Tony Blakeway. See, that's the thing. You've got to be tough love. Okay. I told them to get the fucking in gear, and they did. Awesome. Anyway, name Brando yells in a streetcar named Desire.
You want to do that one, Kevin?
Nickname of a footballer who's worn both 7 and 10 on his shirt. A nasty virus that's been doing the rounds. Okay. Is it Stella?
Stella.
Yeah. Footballer who's worn both 7 and 10 on his shirt.
This is all you, man.
Oh wow. Well, nasty virus is so Stella and Corona. So it's beers.
Oh yeah, it's beers. So what would be the name
who's
of
7 and 10 on his shirt?
Different kinds of beers. It's Carlisle, Carlsberg, Foster.
Foster. That could be a football.
Bex in the chat.
Bex. Oh,
Beckham.
Nickname. Sorry, yeah,
Nickname.
Bex. Okay.
Yeah, Bex.
I was trying to think of actual surnames. Okay, so that's beer.
Yeah.
Ones are beers.
All right, definitely a good job with the chat on that one.
Yeah.
Pulling out the Bex.
Thank you, the chat.
Yes. All right. Are these the? Those are the questions. So I have to go back to.
So we need the answers.
Yeah, we need the answers. I just pulled up the questions.
No fucking idea about.
Yeah.
I don't know. The chat did. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, do you remember what day we were doing?
Yes. Yeah, it was the most recent. I figured that was the easiest. Okay, so this we'll watch on 2 times speed.
Yes,
because we don't need it to be nearly that long. Jimmy talks way too much.
He does. Right. So the answers are
Skipping ahead. Okay, goat. It is a goat.
goat.
Goat in the
so
chat.
the people of Landudno can cash in on the cashmere. As we found out
Goat-mere.
in that tiny village,
Yes.
minuscule, microscopic village.
They can get some
I don't know
cashmere
why
off the
we
goats.
It's yeah. I don't even like the place. It's not bad. It's just
It's a place.
It's got the sea. That's pretty cool. Yeah,
But that's
I
not
like the sea, not the land so much. The sea. I'm down with.
Yeah.
Michael Caine. Okay.
Yep.
And
Jude Law.
Yep.
There was me pulling my weight.
Dun,
Dun, dun, dun, dun, dun. Come on, Jimmy.
hurry the fuck up, Jimmy Carr. You
Yeah.
talky
Stop
bastard.
talking about all the stars you know. Condoms. We went with the right
It
choice
was,
there.
Clap, clap, clap.
Yeah.
Well, avoid the clap, clap, clap.
So 1 wrong, 2 right so far.
Indeed.
It was the bowl as predicted by the chat. Well done,
Yep.
chat.
And me.
And Kevin. Yes, you were right.
Don't let that slip by. Oh,
Oh,
it was 100.
Just
Okay.
100 zeros.
See, I had an extra 0 to the number of zeros,
I think that's a
which
different
technically
thing.
was 900 more zeros,
Yes.
because that's how decimal places work.
Not
not
900
decimal
too
places.
many.
Zero.
Yep. Trees.
Trees.
Got that
Awesome.
one. Yada yada
Yeah.
yada. Jimmy. Bond girls, actresses, also acceptable. Women Bond actors, female Bond girls. All of those were acceptable. Well, accepted. Not all of them were acceptable.
I still don't get that. Okay. Oh, just American cities.
Okay, so we were more specific, but still right because
Yeah, I
we
feel
were
like
over
that's
specific.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Ford cars.
Ford cars. Yep.
And the last one, as we all know, was
I forget.
beer.
So I'm surprised by the answer. And then we
Oh,
got the
lager. They said
specifically
lager.
lager. Oh,
I
okay.
think beer counts as a lager, right? It's the same family.
Well, it's one of those
drinks.
things. All lagers are beers, but not all beers are lagers. Like all
That seems
rectangles are
kind of
squares.
specific.
Squares are rectangle.
Not everyone knows the difference between a beer and a lager. They just know that you drink it out of a
but I
pint.
just know that there is a thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, I don't really know the difference between a heart and a lung, but I know there's a difference. I'm not a fucking surgeon. I don't need to know thoracic differences.
Well, this was fun. This was a nice break. My knee is aching, though. I definitely need to stretch out my legs. So I think we're gonna have to call it a night after this.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that is it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. That was
okay.
fun. Yeah, just one quiz tonight.
Okay.
But we also had a lot of other entertaining things
You've
earlier
done
in the
very
show.
well with pausing on funny images tonight. That is a lovely still. Of Jimmy Carr looking like he just I don't know,
Farted.
the chair leg just landed on his big toe.
Look, if he didn't make that face, I couldn't have done a freeze frame on it.
Yeah. Well, exactly, yeah. So, anyway,
Yeah.
let's call it a night.
Yeah.
then.
Hour and 30. That seems acceptable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I guess, the lockdown continues. Therefore, give us a day or two and we'll probably be back here. If nothing else, we'll give the little tiny quiz lockdown a few more days to get some new material. And then we'll just hit it really hard one show.
Yeah, I'm going to have to try for a twofer here. Carr, up your fucking game, boy. This is not acceptable. Better questions.
Those last ones were fun, though. I liked the week 3 hidden links idea so far.
Hidden links is good.
So we'll go
Weird
back.
rhyming places was shit.
Yeah, it was much harder because it always ended up in some place in Africa that I didn't feel confident predicting.
Yeah. Is that Zambia? I
Yeah,
don't know.
like,
That
oh
doesn't rhyme with
gosh,
Nebraska.
exposing my poor African geography here in recorded manner. That's not good.
Well, I think your people have done enough damage in Africa, frankly. So
Agreed. All right, and on that omission or confession.
whereas the British have not. I feel like we've treated Africa too well, if anything.
Yeah, that was it. That must have been it. Okay, so
That's a joke, by the way,
yes,
people.
yes.
Please.
Rory Katz is off to go shit in a box. So.
And I had to do that joke because I've been putting together a video about apartheid. So
That was the link. Okay.
that was this is me shit posting myself,
okay.
basically.
All right. Well, thank you guys for stopping by, and thank you for helping us with the quiz. Real guys helped. Were real ringers in some certain situations, and of course, as always, thanks to my wonderful co-host who makes me laugh and always seems to have a dick joke at the ready, Kev. Goodbye from me. Yeah, go ahead.
You didn't acknowledge my dong in the D&D chat last night. Disappointed.
What? Sorry, what? I didn't.
I spelled out dong as 4 separate individual letter messages.
Yeah, I thought it was dick. Or did someone come by afterwards and put dick
No,
after
I
your
put
dong?
dong.
Oh, okay.
I put dong. And you didn't acknowledge it. And frankly, I have to say, I'm disappointed in you, Kristi.
Well, I don't look at the chat during D&D because I'm usually trying to keep up. But also, someone had put dong after you put dick, and so I only looked at the dong.
I put dong. This is like
they put
all over again.
They put dick after you put dong, and so it moved. I only have a very small window up when I have the D&D game on. Really. So I'm sorry I missed your.
Don't ignore my D in the D&D.
I'm sorry I missed your dong, dick, dong, your dong.
You're like a broken clock now. The
dick,
fuck?
Dong, dick, dong.
Dong, dick, dick, dong.
People who left too early are going to be really sad they missed all of it.
They are. Yes.
Okay, so goodbye from me.
Matt Hummels.
And the Hummels. Goodbye from me, goodbye from the Hummels. And goodbye from Kev. Say goodbye, Kev.
Goodbye, Kev.
Hey, did the bit. Little did the bit.